Hi, and welcome to another edition of We Review Races with Billy and Sam. This is the Ironman 70.3 Louisville, Kentucky edition. And as you can see, this bad boy is hot off the press. We are headed, 50% of us are headed to the airport. We got the bike box packed in the back here.
Just did the race today. Still have the wristbands on, so...
going through airport security will be fun.
Yeah.
Be great. We just wear the big medal. Why don't we go ahead and start with the check-in process and bike drop home?
So, one thing to keep in mind is there's a ton of hotels here, and we literally didn't book the hotel until Saturday.
We were on the way to Louisville in the car.
So you can book late, and plenty of hotels. I mean, plenty of hotels.
Yes, there are tons of hotels that were closed. Our hotel was half a mile from transition that was available Saturday.
Check in, you got the cool Ironman backpack. This one has like a drawstring top where you can close it this way. Also has a clip where you can flip it this way. But I mean, I don't know.
It makes it easy to get into.
Yeah, decent backpack. Has a zipper bottom pocket. This is what they're giving out this year.
Yeah.
Has the stripes on the side kind of match the stripes on the shirt. So.
Yeah, they did a nice job of coordination, which is interesting. We did get circles at Utah. So
yeah.
Last year we got triangles. It was triangles on the bottoms of each of the shirts, and then Utah was circles. So I was assuming there's gonna be circles here, and now it's lines. So I have no idea.
They like the multicolored stuff. You got the T-shirt too, and the T-shirt does have lots of stuff on the back.
This is new. I haven't seen one with the 2025. I like that a lot. That's really cool. That it has
stuff on the sleeve.
If you're going to sell the thing, sell it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like the 25 on the back, which was cool. At least you got a year that you did the race. When did I do this? I don't know. So we jump into, you dropped your bike off on Saturday. Transition. We checked in at 3-ish o'clock on Saturday, and we were within 30 bikes of the last people to check in.
You could have checked in until 5, but it was super easy to check in. Transition was just right around the corner from where you checked in. It was
so yeah. Bring your bike to check in.
Yeah, it was a good. It was. We got adjacent numbers. It was rolling or whatever.
Yeah.
It wasn't like you already had an assigned number. You just got to look at first.
Ironman's done a very nice job with that.
I mean, the way the transition is set up, I don't know that there's any advantage to any space. I mean, we actually, by checking in late, we were on the last row. It was a pretty good spot for us. But it's not like, some transitions where you're close to bike in and bike out or whatever. This one, everybody was equal. You had to take your bike the same amount of space.
So there were about 1,200
people that showed up.
Regular racers, yeah. People that signed up that were not relay or professional. So it was 6 bikes per rack. So you had tons of room, which was really nice.
Love the 6 bikes per rack.
1,200, we have been told by, I'm going to call it not Ironman officials, but people associated with Ironman that 1,200 doesn't get renewed. So there was they said 2,000 sold out last year with 2,000. So we'll see what happens.
And you got to figure that probably 1,400 people signed up.
Yeah, at least.
I would think. So I wonder if that makes the difference, the number of people who signed up and paid versus the number of people that actually show up. Okay, transition. You want to talk about transition?
I got nothing. What do you got? What do you want to talk about?
I mean, it's a grassy area. I didn't particularly care for it because the way where you mounted the bike and where you got off the bike was like, it felt like 5 miles, but it really was probably more than a quarter mile.
More than a quarter, less than a half, but I mean, it's certainly a long walk to the mountain line to get on the bike.
Where the swim came in was the bike. It was set up. I mean, it's Ironman.
Yeah.
They know how to do this. It's set up really well.
I feel like they could have pushed the transition longer. You would have had longer out of your swim, your swim run to the thing, which was not short to start with.
Yeah.
So they could have pushed it just a little bit further, and since you only have one swim leg run, that the double bike run would have been a little easier. But you weren't getting all the way to that thing anyway. So
plenty of room in transition. They could have 2,000 people easy, and you wouldn't feel cramped. They had tons of room for that swim course.
So the swim, they had buses to take you to the swim course. You could also walk the 1.2 miles, but the buses shut down at 6:30. Certainly good to know. We walked to transition, and we were in and out of transition in 40 minutes, and we weren't in a hurry this morning.
No.
And so the buses were not crowded. There was nothing that felt. It felt like kind of a hybrid between a local race and an Ironman.
It was not rushed.
So it was really nice. But you got dropped at the bus maybe a quarter mile from the swim start. So certainly having shoes and stuff or whatever, flip-flops or
sandals, whatever,
something would be nice.
They did have a bag. I mean, they had a morning clothes bag, so you could drop off your morning clothes. But even from that spot to swim was a good several hundred yards. So if you had disposable stuff, or if you had somebody that's with you, it'd be a little more comfortable if you took all that stuff with you.
Yeah.
The swim chute was super narrow.
It's tight.
I guess we decided that the reason that it was so narrow was because there was a parking lot for physically challenged people.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that was how they got people in and out, was because they made the swim chute so narrow. But
so if you're anticipating a good swim time, you need to be there early.
Because people could not. Normally in a swim chute you can kind of weave in between people. Yeah. You couldn't do that here.
So we were in line, I don't know, maybe 6:45 or so?
Yeah, pros went off at 6:55. The age groups went off at 7:10.
And that was, 6:45 was fine. So you don't need to get there at 5:30. But 6:45 was okay. After that, it started filling up quickly, and I don't know, within 10 minutes, it was full. But it squeezed in, it was hot. I was starting to sweat because we were pretty well packed in there like sardines. That's not Ironman's fault. That's the people who came in late and decided that they were the world's greatest swimmers and needed to be at the front. And so we had placed ourselves appropriately to where we expected our swim to be, and then just let people pass us. I never have a problem letting people pass me in line, because otherwise they're going to swim over me. Yeah. So please let people by. Sometimes they're not the world's greatest swimmers, and they just think they are. But 9 times out of 10, that person's going to hit you in the back with their hand. So you let them by in transition or in the chute, and your life will be easier. As a rolling start, so you saw where the pad was. The pad was a little further, so you came down onto a dock and actually had ramps into the water from the dock, which was really nice. Yeah, I haven't ever had that before. Yeah. So they had 3 ramps down. 4 ramps down, and then they had, but the timing chip was as soon as you stepped onto that lower dock. So watch that. If there's a deep line, just kind of hang back a little bit and let that bad boy kind of sort out. Because otherwise you're losing, 30 seconds. So, because we're worried about that 30 seconds on our finish time.
But we aren't, but if you're worried about 30 seconds on your swim time, then you're going to want to kind of hang back and let the swimmers go, and then kind of run out during the 5 seconds and pop in.
So there was no discernible current for me.
Not in the beginning, for sure. So you're in this cove area. Yeah. So the river kind of goes around an island, and on the side of the island where you get in the swim, there's a boat basin or whatever, where they dock their boats. And calm, super calm, so calm that we could see the trash in the water, and it was not.
Yeah, it was just sitting there.
So it was basically a lake. Once you got out past the island, supposedly there was a current. My swim time was faster than I normally. Well, faster than I have been doing.
Okay.
But this is not a PR swim.
No.
Do not. And it's a river swim. The water was 86 degrees. So there was no chance of a wetsuit, and apparently that's
common. That was the same thing last year. So
definitely bring your wetsuit if you're traveling, but don't expect to wear it in this race.
Ours did not make it out of the hotel room.
Yeah.
So we get to the bike.
You get out of the swim, you run up, and you run through a bunch of stuff. I mean, it was kind of a hike from the swim exit to the transition entrance, but I mean, it wasn't awful. We've had worse.
It's been worse.
I mean, that's all you can do. It's the rivers down there. I mean, Augusta's the same way. Chattanooga's the same way. Anytime you're in a river, you have to get up out of the river and up to the area where the transition is. But hop out on the bike. We've already mentioned that the bike exit was forever long to mount the bike. The bike itself was 2,200 feet is what they advertised. Yeah. They called it rolling, and it was actually a really pleasant bike. I mean, we had a hard time with 1,300 feet last time that we did a race, and this 2,200 felt way easier.
So the first 10 miles is reasonably flat. They had, and I'm hoping, it looks like they're paving sections. So they had some junky roads, and they warned you. Some roads that were trash, and some roads that had just freshly been paved. So that 10 miles, what was maybe a mile and a half?
It was definitely a mile that said no arrow bars, and it was rough. And you kind of tried to weave your way in. So watch the people around you because they're weaving too. But yeah, that was. And it's the bike is basically a long string of really small balloon and then back down the long string.
Yeah, it kind of reminded me like a mailbox flag. Like you went up and then you took a right and up and up and up and down.
Yeah, and so you hit that same patch twice.
Yes. Yeah.
So be aware of that. It's about a mile, and you know you're thankful to hit it the second time. I mean, not thankful, but you're like, okay, well, I'm almost done.
So the bike, we had a lot of shade from clouds. There was a reasonable amount. There was some shade on the course itself, which was nice. I wouldn't call it a shady bike course, but it did have some. But the clouds were amazing.
If this race was yesterday, we probably wouldn't be doing this film right now. We'd probably wait for another day or two to do a film.
So I don't know that there were flat bridges after that first 10 miles. There were flat bridges where you go down and cross a bridge and then go back up. There wasn't any flat on the whole. You were either descending or climbing the entire time, but it basically reminded me of kind of like a sawtooth up, and then the second half of it was a sawtooth down. And so there were, I'm going to call it 4 or 5 big climbs. They were not bad. The big climbs for this race were significantly less than like Chattanooga's big climb. So they were, I don't know, maybe 5-6 minutes. They were not bad at all.
I mean, it's a good bike course.
Yeah.
I mean, they divided up the 2,200 feet of elevation gain pretty evenly, and there was at no point. I mean, I did see on one hill somebody walking their bike, which was kind of weird.
Yeah.
But they were wearing tennis shoes anyway, so they didn't.
It did not look necessary.
Yeah. But you know, and we're not. I'm not in shape. I mean, Sam might be in shape. I am not in shape, and I didn't have any issues with this. bike course.
No, this is a great bike course. So then we go to the run.
Come back into transition and go to the run, and the run is a hilly run. I mean, just plan on it being hilly.
Yeah, they call it rolling. It is not.
I mean, I didn't mind it. It was a fine run course for me, but if you're trying to set a PR and the sun's out, you're going to have a bad day.
Yeah, so we did have the sun out for at least half of the run, maybe more.
And it was when the sun's out, it's brutal.
It's tough.
So basically, you go out
in a balloon,
a flag, and it's a big balloon in this park, which there was a fair amount of shady areas in the park, and then you come back down the balloon.
The string.
And then when you so the run course, I mean, I don't know. They had aid stations, plenty of aid stations, plenty of ice, plenty of people with water.
Yeah.
12 aid stations is what they advertised, which was. I mean, really, it was almost every mile marker.
Yeah.
It was pretty. I mean,
and
since it was out and back on some of it, it was the same main station that you hit twice. So it was. I mean, they had plenty of ice. It was
tons of volunteers on this
stations. Thing. I mean, they had all kinds of stuff ready. But you you go past transition and you finish in downtown Louisville for the finish line, and it's a pretty cool finish. I mean,
That
as
is.
far as the United States, it might be one of the top finish lines.
I would absolutely give it the top that we've done in the United States for easy.
I mean, you come
It's
in,
really cool looking.
you go through downtown and you kind of wind through some of the buildings, and then when you make the turn to go towards the finish line, you're looking at this giant 4th Street something event center or whatever. It's like they built like an atrium over 4th Street, and the finish line's directly under that. So it's even in the shade. So they look pretty cool.
So it had tons of bars inside for spectators to sit and drink and cheer on. So there was multi levels of spectators cheering you on as you were coming in. And we were late into the race.
Yeah, they were all drunk and
they were having a blast.
Happy to cheer us in.
The finish line is the guy that I ran with, one of the guys that I ran with, said that is the same finish line that the Louisville Full had used, and it was rated one of the best in the United States. I could easily agree.
You got a finisher hat, so still has the same stripe motif. Does have finisher on the side.
They took away the big mesh. This is little mesh.
Yeah.
But this is the cheapest bill I have ever seen Ironman. I don't know how to describe. Not impressed, guys.
You got a medal. That's the Louisville medal. Decent ribbon. That was pretty good. Food afterwards, we both felt like they missed an opportunity to have Papa John's pizza.
So Papa John's is
headquartered
in Louisville. Yeah. So they had cheeseburgers and
they had some pizza from some independent restaurant or whatever.
I don't know.
It was like a flatbread thing.
Yes,
I didn't.
They
get
had
that.
a flatbread with veggies.
Yeah. So I didn't get that, but they had like a little barbecue. They had sliders. They had hamburger sliders or barbecue sliders, and then other. Stuff.
That was funny. My wristband happened to be up under my sleeve, and so I was like, man, whatever. So I just walked past him. He didn't mark it, but they were marking, so you can only go once.
Yeah.
So the food is around the corner from the finish. Just ask the volunteers; they'll point you in the right direction. They had a ton of leg compression, hyper ice, or whatever company they have.
We were late getting there. It was not crowded.
No.
It wasn't a big line. It was fine.
And then they had transportation.
Yeah. Okay. So the finish line is a good ways from transition. They said a half a mile, but it may be more. I don't know. We got on the shuttle bus, and that was a mistake. Just walk it from the finish line to transition, and you'd be better off.
Yes.
Because the shuttle bus dropped us off
more than a half a mile.
Half a mile from transition. That was as far as it could go. I mean, it was cool. They had the shuttle bus.
Yeah, it was nice of them to have it,
but it don't do it.
Didn't pull off.
Anything else? You want to rate the whole race?
I'm going to give this race like a 5 banana rating. It's a good race. I would not call it a great race.
I mean, we're not going to do it again, but that's just because we're trying to do the 50 states. It's not an awful race. It'll never be a PR race. It's too close to Chattanooga, probably, because we do Chattanooga over doing this race again.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good race. The bike, you will enjoy the bike. You will not enjoy the run. The swim was fine. I mean, it wasn't.
Yeah.
You're not going to be. It's not like an Oregon swim where you're like, oh, I don't care what the course is. If I can go do the Oregon swim,
I can do a 19-minute swim.
Yeah. So anyway,
what do you got?
I mean, I give it a little bit better. I mean, if 4 is average, I give it 5.5.
Okay.
I mean, I don't want to discourage people from doing it. It's a good race to do. Ironman pulls off a good product. It's just not the best race we've done.
No. It's so worth doing, but probably not worth doing twice. Is probably the right.
And if you want to hit a 70.3 in Kentucky,
this is your recommended race. So stay tuned till next year. This is our last race for the year. We'll see what we got on the race calendar. I know we definitely are doing New Mexico, which will be a first timer. And then let me see what else I can talk Billy into. So this should be fun. But they have changed the roll down procedure for World Championships. So we're gonna
go explore that and see what the new deal is.
Find out what the new deal is. Yeah.
All right.
Thanks for watching.